he doing, man? Salute, salute. Whoever's in here, I can't see unless you write in the chat. But y'all see the thumbnail though. Are we under attack? You know, from the Washington plane that collided with the military Black Hawk helicopter to the what happened in Philadelphia. Are we under attack? My opinion, I think otherwise. You know what I'm saying? I feel otherwise. With some of the pictures that I seen, recently. Where's the plane debris? Because if there's two car accidents that collide with each other and that crashes into each other, there's going to be, debris everywhere. On the street, on the road, on the highway, there's going to be debris. You know what I'm saying? From one car to the next car, there's going to be debris. You know what I'm saying? There's going to be fenders on the floor, or on the ground. There's going to be, bumpers, whatever part of the car that was hit. There should be debris on the ground. And with the DC one, they showed the plane, but I didn't see no helicopter. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see no helicopter. I just find that kind of crazy. I didn't see no helicopter wreckage at all. Didn't see that at all. Again, I'm a critical thinker, so when I see certain things, or they show certain things, or I'm reading certain things, if it don't make sense, then I do my research and check to see if what they saying is what it is. And we already know, mainstream news is already controlled, on what they push out there. You know what I mean? What they show to your eyes. And we already know, when you break down the word television, you know what I'm saying? So, but, from the things that I seen, it just don't add up. To me, it just don't add up. You know what I'm saying? There's been several more incidents that happened. I know the Gonzaga men's basketball team was on a plane, or on a jet, that landed at LAX, and they had to tell another plane that was taking off. Well, they told that jet to stop because there was another plane taking off. So the Gonzaga team just landed, so they driving, about to pull into the terminal. They go into their terminal that they supposed to pull in. And there's another plane that, what I'm saying, that was just taking off. And they had to tell the jet to stop, stay still. And this plane just went over. Now imagine if something had happened, and they kept going. The plane taking off, with their tires, being out because they got to run down the runway, drive down the runway to take off. Those tires could have hit that jet. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things going on. People are saying it's tribute to Trump firing the FAA people that was working. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. We got to stop blaming certain things on this guy. I'm not an advocate for him. You know what I'm saying? I don't see none of the money that he makes or nothing like that. I'm just saying it wouldn't matter who was in the White House or who's president at that time. Certain things is supposed to happen. You get what I'm saying? So I just find it funny that people just be finding, anything and everything to just blame it on him, you know, and stuff like that. Oh, I just fell down the stairs and I twist my ankle. It's because of him. I got a headache and migraine. It's because of him. You know, I just find it crazy. Salute. Salute. I'm driving. I can't really, you know, look down and see who the name is. But I appreciate you for popping in. But yeah, it's just a lot of things going on. And I just find it weird. Well, I don't find it weird, but there's this guy that goes by GG, I think triple threes or GG33. And months ago, I'll say about like last year, I think in December last year, he stated that, or early in January, he had did a video on IG, because I follow him, and he said, do not fly or board any planes towards the end of the month. You know, he was talking about like, you know, the 29th, the 30th, or 31st. He was like, do not board any planes on those days. And those things happen. Salute, salute, DMW. I can see your name. I can't see the person above you, but appreciate both of y'all. So yeah, GG33 stated, you know, on a video on IG, he was like, do not fly on any plane at the end of any month. You know what I'm saying? That video came out. You know what I'm saying? So I watched that. And me, when I see videos like that, footages like that, I don't dismiss it. You know, there's a reason for why the person is saying what they saying. You know what I mean? They saying that for a reason. You know, it's kind of like how, you know, we all should know by now, people be talking about the Simpsons be predicting things. And it's just like, you know, at this point, it's not even predictions no more. You get what I'm saying? Because a lot of these things that they put on the Simpsons episodes done happen. So I look at it totally different. You know what I mean? I look at it totally different. But yeah, if I had salute. So let me see. Gems, I appreciate you, Gems. DMW, salute, bro. Milestone, you know, appreciate y'all tapping in. You know, if I had my thing, I would show y'all the streets of Boston. You know what I'm saying? I would show y'all. This is a area. Well, not this part of the area, but this is a city that I grew up in. This is called Dorchester. You know what I'm saying? I grew up down the street. You know, and stuff like that. So, you know, I hate when you let someone cross and they can't even say like thank you or throw their hands up to say, hey, thanks for letting me cross, because I didn't have to let her cross. You know, she was jaywalking just now, but it is what it is. But yeah, just showing y'all the area. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I was saying, right? I feel like something's gonna happen. I don't know what it is. I can't pinpoint what is going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Specifically. But, you know, my intuition is telling me, you know, all of these things is happening for a reason, of course. And it's leading up to something. You know, I don't know if it's a planned, you know, demic or something like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, you know, but everybody and anybody that live in major cities, whether you in major cities or not, just be mindful, you know, and be aware of, you know, when you go out by yourself, when you go out with family, especially be on high alert when you out, you know, with your children, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that, you know, especially any event where it's going to be crowded at, you know what I'm saying? Like during the summer when I brought my children out and about, discern God is salute. You know, when I took my children out to an event during the summertime, it was like a little festival that was going on. You know, I made sure I stayed on the outskirts. You know, I didn't go in the middle of the event where it was super crowded, where there was a lot of people. I stayed on the outskirts, you know what I'm saying? Just to be able, you know, to get to any exit. You know what I'm saying? If anything happens to go down or anything is going to happen, I make sure I stay on the outskirts. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I want to be able to, you know, get myself and my children out of that area. You know what I'm saying? Safe and sound and stuff like that. You know? So, yeah, I'm just showing, I know you came in a little late, Discern. I'm just showing the streets of Boston. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just be mindful. You know what I'm saying? You know, I was on the platform, you know, my homie's platform, I Smoke Hip Hop Live, and we was talking about these plane incidents. And I was on a platform earlier today, and they brought up the plane incidents. You know, they asked me in the panel, you know, what do I think? Like, to me, like I said, the picture that they showed of the so-called, you know, quotations plane that came down in Philly, you know, the wreckage don't look like it was a plane crash. You know, like I said on the platform, it kind of brings me back to the Pentagon. And we got to remember, you know, they're going to keep playing these movie scenes, you know, to predictively program us. You know what I'm saying? And what I mean by that is, when I saw the DC plane thing happen, you know, I just was like, damn, like, you know, it's kind of like a deja vu feeling that I got. And after I got this like feeling, you know, I got sent a DM on Instagram. And when I checked my DM, it was a homie of mine that sent me a whole article about the same thing happening with an Olympic team that, you know, all got unalived on a plane crash, and the plane, you know, collided with a helicopter in 1961. You know, that Olympic team passed away. And it actually was, it happened in, I think, Belgium. It wasn't out here that it happened. You know what I mean? It happened like outside the country, in another country. It happened. And, you know, when he sent me the article, you know, he sent me a message with the article basically stating that, saying like, you know, this accident that just happened, you know, that crash happened, that's new to us. It's new to our eyes. But anybody like, you know, 50 something years old, 60, 70, you know, they'll definitely remember and be like, hey, this already happened before. You get what I'm saying? And I think someone mentioned too, in 1982, I'm not too sure about that. You know what I'm saying? So don't quote me on the 1982, but I heard someone mentioning that on a platform, like, oh, you know, they mentioned the 1961 and they brought up 82. You know what I'm saying? I had stepped away from my phone, so that's all I heard at that time. So I really didn't hear, you know, if an event took place in 1982. But, you know, there's a lot of things going on. You know what I mean? Just be mindful. You know, this ain't no fear mongering live. You know, of course, we got to live our lives. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. But, you know, just be aware. You know, just be mindful. And, you know, like I like to say, you know, stay vigilant, move militant. You know, watch people's body language, look into people's eyes. Because me, I don't know about you guys, but me, I get vibes from people. You know what I'm saying? I get vibes from people. I get different types of energy from different people. That's why I don't really like going out too much, because, you know, when you in public spaces, there's a lot of, energy, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. There's a lot of, you know, and that's why sometimes I really don't like going out, you know, to public spaces and stuff like that, even though I do have to, you know, because I have children. So I got to bring them outside and, you know, do this and do that, bring them to the public parks, you know what I'm saying, basketball courts, and, you know, places they might want to go to, like Legoland and stuff like that. So definitely have to. This is the part of the area that I grew up. This is actually the street that I grew up on, where there's cars coming out of. I grew up that street right there. But anyways, you know, we just got to be mindful. You know, the life that we once lived is not the same. You know, the life that we once lived is no longer. And it's been like that since 5 years ago. You know, when they did what they did 5 years ago, you know, our world changed. You know what I'm saying? So we just got to adapt and, you know what I'm saying, and maneuver through through the matrix. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't even go to the registry no more. That's something that I don't like. You got to handle all your registry business over the phone. And if you're trying to get, like, you know, certain things done, you got to set an appointment, you know, which it's just crazy, man. It's just a lot of places, certain buildings we can't go inside anymore and stuff like that. Like, I asked a few people in other states and cities where they live at, do they got to get this new ID that they want everyone to have by May of 2025. They want everybody to have this new ID. That's what they calling it. And this new ID, if you don't have it, and it's a new license as well too. If you don't have it, you can't go inside a federal building. They're not going to let you inside certain places. And, for y'all that loves doing research, that loves reading, like I like reading, because reading is fundamental, look into the new ID. You know what I'm saying? And you will see, basically, they're going to be, tracking your locations everywhere you go, because not a lot of people got credit cards, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that, which they track all your movements anyways. But in this new ID, it's going to have a chip inside, and they even said with the new ID, you ain't going to be able to, purchase a ticket to even go to another city if you're getting on a plane. So look what they doing. One's forced to get it, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Yeah, some people may not get it and they say, well, I'm just going to rent a car and drive. If I'm not trying to fly, I'm not trying to drive to Cali. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of hours. It's longer than Florida. Florida's like 24 hours. From Mass to Florida is 24 hours, depending on how you drive. You get what I'm saying? And how many stops you make. Going to Cali is longer. It's further away. You get what I'm saying? So, salute. Peace and salute. But yeah, they want people to have this new ID, So again, the world that we learned or we was living is no longer. They changing policies every day. Laws is being passed. You know what I'm saying? So they switching up a lot of things, You know what I'm saying? What's up, love child? Salute to y'all. Kyra. Salute, Kyra. So yeah, just be mindful. But again, like I said, my own opinion, my own POV, my own perspective on what's going on is not what, they telling us is to be. I feel otherwise. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I just feel like something else is going to happen. I can't pinpoint what exactly, it is, but something else is going to happen. Salute, Hurricane, salute. But yeah, just be mindful. Philly, big dog, Philly OG, salute. You know what I'm saying? Again, like I said, the pictures that I looked at and they showed, in Philadelphia, doesn't look like, no plane came down. Again, you know what I'm saying? I watched multiple footages of, the Washington, D.C. one, and where was the helicopter in those pictures? They showed the plane, split in half, but where was the helicopter? You know what I'm saying? And they still trying to find the black box. Like, come on now. I thought they put special things in the black box to where it could be easily located. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, make it make sense. I was hearing that, they put out the senior military female who was flying the chopper, the helicopter, the Black Hawk helicopter, and then they took her information down. Like, why would they do that? Why would they put it out and then take it and retrack it? Then 6 hours or 4 hours to 6 hours before, CNN actually put an article out before the crash, before it happened. And you know what that reminds me of? A lot of y'all probably remember this. When the towers went down, BBC, before one of the towers went down, BBC was already reporting that it fell already. You know what I'm saying? And that footage is still on, is still out there for y'all to see. It was a female reporter. She was standing inside of a building and she had the window behind her and she was reporting that, one of the buildings went down and the buildings were still up. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So make that make sense. You know what I'm saying? We got to remember, man, we in the Matrix realm. You know what I'm saying? These people can project certain things to us. You get what I'm saying? You know, they say our sky is like a big projection. It's like a big green screen. You know, I had posted that China, what was it? In China, their New Year's or something like that. You know, they projected UAP in the sky, and it looked real. You know what I'm saying? And then they projected a dragon in the sky as well, and that looked real. You know what I'm saying? Anybody that knows about Project Bluebeam, you know, will know exactly what I'm talking about. They've been had this you know, they've been had this equipment for a long time now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, and it's just funny that, you know, the last 2 years, they've been basically putting out all the UFO stuff, talking about the UFO things. You know, now they saying, oh, UFOs are real and this and that. Why all of a sudden? Why all of a sudden? Y'all gotta, you know, things gotta add up to y'all. Even if you might not be a critical thinker, it's just like, yo, why all of a sudden now they wanna release all this information? The last 2-3 years, they wanna acknowledge UFOs. You know what I'm saying? And I heard that, I read that, what's his name? Warner von Braun, you know, the man who started NASA or whatever, stated to assistants that don't fall for the deception and a UFO attack. You know, remember they hit with the drones first. Remember that. It was drones spotted in New York. There was drones spotted in Boston, New Jersey. You know what I'm saying? The West Coast, a lot of other states. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. You know, and then that went quiet. You didn't hear nothing else after that. You know, and I remember Pico, whoever he was, you know, said, oh, we did our investigation, you know, this and that and that and this. And that's the last port that they did on that. And that went quiet. You see how quickly that went away? It came and went. You know, it's just like something that they did in 2020. You know, that came and went. You know, they was telling us to mask up and all this other stuff. That came and went. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it's just a lot of things that just don't add up, that don't make sense to me. You know, and it's just good to see other people are like-minded and other people are saying the same thing. Yeah, that don't make sense, or this don't add up. You know, it's weird or whatever. I'm glad to see that other people are critical thinkers themselves. And they seeing that 2 + 2 don't add up. And we in a time where this is totally different from, you know, the era that I was born. It's totally different from 76. It's totally different from 1980, 1986, 96, 2006, 2016. Things is totally different now. You get what I'm saying? Things is totally different. Everybody got a phone in their hand with a camera on it. And we got these 4K cameras now. You don't have to have an iPhone to have, you know, a super duper good camera. You know, them Samsung Galaxies got good cameras. A lot of these Androids got better cameras now. You get what I'm saying? So it's just like, come on, how much lying can they do? And you got to ask yourself. You know, I remember my dad telling me only a liar wants to silence the truth. Think about it. You speak a certain truth, whether it's on any type of platform, they want to silence it. You know, they want to remove your video and stuff like that. Why? Because you're telling the truth. If you was lying, they would never remove it. If you running with their narrative, they will never remove it. You know, if you pushing out their propaganda, their agenda, they never gonna remove it. But if you go against the grain, you know, come on, now you being side-eyed. You know what I'm saying? Well, me, again, I don't pay attention to digital numbers. I don't get caught up, whether it's through Instagram, whether it's through YouTube. Like I said, if I upload a video, 20 people see it, that means those 20 people were supposed to see it. I don't be like, oh, I didn't even hit 100, or I didn't get 50. That shit does not bother me, because I don't make no money on YouTube. This is just a passion. You know, I just put certain videos out there and talk about certain things because I know there's a lot of like-minded people that's out there that don't have platforms. You know, they're not trying to be content creators. You know what I'm saying? That might need to hear this message. There's other people that might need to see certain videos and stuff like that. So, you know, that's just what I feel like I'm supposed to do. You know, I make my money other ways. You know what I'm saying? I work with a cousin of mine who buys, owns, rents, and flip property. So we do a lot of home renovation. That's where I get my money. That's how I make my money. You know what I'm saying? I don't get paid through YouTube. I'm not monetized. And I got 2 channels. I got a regular channel, this channel here, 1804, and then I got Maybach Sports. You know what I'm saying? I have more subscribers on sports than I do my regular channel. I get it because a lot of people are into sports. And even with sports, I watch sports differently. My emotions and my feelings don't get tied up into, oh, my team just lost. Now I'm mad at the world and you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Back then, 20, 30 years ago, when I didn't know, yeah, I would get upset. If the Patriots lost on Sunday, you couldn't talk to me to Wednesday. I don't know why that was affecting my real life, but it did. You know, now I look at it differently. Now, if the Celtics lose, they just lose. Life goes on. You know, I don't get upset. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't bother me no more because, you know, now I see what sports is. You know, it's scripted. It's rigged. They already know who's going to win the Super Bowl. Before the even season starts, they know the 2 teams that's going to go. And is it a coinky dink, like Cameron would say, that the DC plane came from Wichita, Kansas? And is it a coinky dink, like Cameron would say, that this so-called plane went down in Philadelphia? And what's the 2 teams that is playing in the Super Bowl? Kansas City and Philadelphia Eagles. Like, come on. Like, come on. This is what I'm saying, where a lot of people are still like under this spell. They still caught up under this spell where they can't, you know, they can't do the math. And it's just like, yo, it's simple math. Like, how you can't add 2 and 2 and get your answer? Like, you don't see? Like, and what's so funny is they put stuff out and people are still buying what they selling. That's what's crazy to me. You know, people are still buying what they selling. I got people hitting me up when I try to, you know, they asking me for my opinion, what I think about something, and I'm telling them, and they're like, oh, you still on that conspiracy stuff? And it's just like, oh, man. Like, once somebody says that, I don't even want to have a conversation with you no more. Because, like, how much of a conspiracy is it? You get what I'm saying? Like, so people really believe that The Simpsons is predicting The Simpsons show? Why you think it's the longest running show on TV? Like, come on now. Why you think that? So The Simpsons predicted Trump being the president? No, there's no prediction. Stop it. There's no prediction. These people are in the know. When you in the know, you know. Okay? You know what I'm saying? I'll never forget. This footage is not even on any social media anymore. They wiped that clean out. You know, Warren Buffett was on a podcast or whatever. This is at the beginning of before podcasts became podcasts. But anyways, he was being interviewed and they was recording him, I should say. Wasn't even like a podcast. But anyways, Warren Buffett had a hot mic. A hot mic means they was like, hey, we're going to cut to commercial break, you know, and go through our sponsors, you know, because they got to pay the bills or whatever. And Warren Buffett basically had a hot mic. And he said on this show, he said, and this is during the time that Ebola, there was a big Ebola outbreak going on. He said, man, you could drop me in the middle of this outbreak. I could be around these people and I won't catch anything. And they basically was like, hey, you got a hot mic. And then you know, what you call it? You know, the engineer, or if it's not the engineer, but the person that runs the production, like, you know, make sure the mic is working and all of that, whatever you want to call their name, the production crew, whatever. They came over and started scrambling his mic so you don't basically hear it, but he basically said it. You get what I'm saying? Like, it don't take a genius to know what he was basically getting at when he made that comment. You know, you still can hear it even though they was scrambling the mic. When I say scrambling the mic, they basically was like making all the static noise so you don't hear it. That's what I mean. But yeah, it's just like, come on now. We gotta see these things, man. You know what I'm saying? We gotta see these things. Anybody, I mean, no disrespect to nobody. Listen, I got a mom's, she's 84. She watches the news, you know, and, you know, after she watches the news, she'll be like, hey, I just seen this on the news. You know, I can't change an 84-year-old's mind. Well, I shouldn't say I can't change an 84-year-old's mind, but, you know, when somebody's been living that long, you know what I'm saying? And you're trying to tell them, hey, you know, Christopher Columbus didn't discover nothing. They looking at you crazy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, again, no disrespect to nobody watching mainstream news, but I haven't watched mainstream news in like, I don't know how long. It's been probably like, I know for a fact it's over 10 years. I know that. I just can't pinpoint when I stopped watching it. I guess once I got my spiritual awakening, once I got enlightened on the news, it's predictive programming. You know, one you know, group of people own all of these channels, whether you got MSNBC, whether you got CNN, whether you got Fox News, whether you got you know, another entity's name, they all fall under one umbrella. And the way it was broken down and simplified for me, the person was like, listen, Coke and Pepsi is owned by the same person. I was like, hold on, what do you mean? Coke and Pepsi is two different? He was like, yes, they two different businesses, but they owned by one group. And I was like, wow, that makes sense. And he was like, just look at the news channels like that. And I'll give y'all this too, because this is facts. And me, I try to speak on, I try to speak like 100% on factual and truth things and not add too much of my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Before Obama left the White House, he signed a policy or bill. Don't quote me on the bill or policy, but he did sign some form of something where mainstream news can continue running propaganda, okay? Y'all can look this up. He signed the policy for mainstream news to run propaganda, so I don't even need to keep going on and telling y'all about mainstream news. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all don't remember 5 years ago, every channel that you changed, it was a different face, but they were saying the same thing about something that happened in 2020. Every news station you changed it on, they had the toll, you know, they had the you know, the numbers of all the people that's being unalive. You know what I'm saying? On every news station. If that's not fear mongering, I don't know what to call it. You get what I'm saying? I don't know what to call it. You know, but I just hope that, you know, freedom of speech just comes right back. You know what I'm saying? Because there's certain platforms, man, I don't even got to tell y'all the color of these people. These people will say this, they will say that, and they don't get no strikes. They don't, you know what I mean? No videos get removed or nothing. But the minute that we talk about the same thing, and we ain't saying it no different, we just, you know, we're different people. You know what I'm saying? We're different breeds, so we gonna put a little sauce on it. You know what I'm saying? We gonna add some spices to it. That's all we do, but we still mentioning the same thing, and we catching strikes. You know what I'm saying? We getting videos removed, you know, and stuff like that. I tried to upload a video last night, and they wouldn't let me do it. I shortened the time on the video to make it a short, and they still wouldn't let me upload it. You get what I'm saying? So we in these times where they don't want the facts and the truth to know. And they don't want people to wake up. You know? That's why you'll see on YouTube a bunch of people talking to, you know, negativity. They going at each other. They cursing. They saying the N-word. They let the N-word go all day long. You know, I'm going to say it. They let nigga go all day long. You know what I'm saying? But when you spitting something real, they don't want you to do that. They don't want you to do that at all. When you spitting something real, something that can help, you know, the people that look like you, that can help your community. They don't want you to do that at all. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm not an advocate for Kanye, but look what happened to Kanye when he mentioned a certain group of people. And look what they did. Why? Because he's telling the truth? Like, come on. We already know how this game is played. You know what I'm saying? That's why I say I just gotta, you know, I don't get upset. You know what I mean? I don't get upset. I don't get mad. I don't get heated when they won't let me upload a video because, you know, YouTube is not my platform. So I get it. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got to create our own. We got to take it back to those times where, you know, we're self-sufficient, because that's what it's about, being self-sufficient, creating our own. You know what I'm saying? I got a homegirl that does coding, and she was like, yo, whenever you ready, Maybach, I'll create your, you know, a server for you, and, you know, you can have your own thing. Because I've been being told that, you know, they're going to flick a switch anytime or whatever's going to happen and YouTube's going to go off. You see what they did with TikTok. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see what they did with TikTok. And people were going crazy. That's the shit that I can't believe. You got people crying. You got people really mad. You got people like, oh, I don't know how to live anymore. It's just like, what? Yo, I'm just happy and glad I was born when I was born. You know what I'm saying? And I wasn't born in this era where everything is about social media. You got people crossing the street with their heads down, their eyes down on the phone. They're not looking left. They're not looking right, crossing the street. They just locked in on a device in their hand. And I find that crazy. Like, don't get me wrong, y'all. I be wanting to go live. I'm not gonna lie. I be wanting to go live, but I got life that's lifing for me. You get what I'm saying? I wanted to go live about this. You know, a few content creators that you know, got my phone number, hit me up and said, yo, this is your subject. You need to talk about it. You know, and I had to tell him, like, yo, I got some family things, you know, going on right now. You know, that, and he's like, oh man, I'm sorry to hear that. Yo, prayers up and this and that. I'm like, yo, I appreciate it. You get what I'm saying? And stuff like that. You know, some of y'all people that's on here, some of the mods know what it is. You know what I'm saying? I got, you know, a family member that's, you know, in the hospital that, you know, got a stroke. I'll just tell y'all, you know what I'm saying? I got a brother that, you know, I only have one brother. I have 3 sisters and 1 brother. You know, my brother had 2 strokes. You get what I'm saying? And he's hospitalized. You know what I'm saying? So when this content creator hit me up, he didn't know. And when I told him, you know, he was like, damn, man, damn, I'm hitting you up, asking you what type of live I should do, and you got something serious going on. And I was like, nah, bro, you know, I think you should do this type of topic or do this on the live. I was like, I need that distraction. You know what I'm saying? And I mean that distraction like in a good way. And he even wanted me to go up on the panel, but, you know, I couldn't because I actually have family that flew up from Georgia and Florida, you know what I'm saying, to come see my brother. You get what I'm saying? And stuff like that. And I had other families too that wanted to come. But we was like, nah, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't need to come. You know, we'll just keep y'all updated. But they wanted to come out. So, you know, sometimes, you know, I be wanting to go live. But like I said, man, when you got life and, you know what I'm saying? You don't really want to, you know, I'm in the dark, y'all. I switched the camera on me. But, you know, when you got life that's life and, man, like, none of this stuff matters. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I be looking at these content creators that be taking this so serious. Oh, I didn't get a like, or no, I didn't get a Cash App, and I've been on here for, you know, however minutes, and nobody dropped me a Cash App. And it's just like, yo, bro, like, is it that serious, homie? Like, you going crazy for that? Because, bro, when I shut this off, man, I got real life to deal with. You get what I'm saying? So that's why I say when I come on here, it's because I have, you know, the time real quick, or I really want to talk about a serious topic. You know, I feel like if I come on here talking about Diddy, I'm doing y'all a disservice because there's a lot of like-minded people on here. You know what I'm saying? And y'all see what's going on. You know, y'all see what's going on. So I be feeling like that's more important to talk about than to be talking about Diddy and mentioning Diddy. You know what I'm saying? And his case that he got going on. Again, no disrespect. You know what I'm saying? To anybody that covers that type of content, I get it. You know, that's how they make their money or whatever have you. That's cool. But it's not my thing. You know, I'd rather come on here, press the live button and say something that's informative. Or by me sharing, you know, hey, I got a brother that suffered 2 strokes. Somebody could be like, damn, man, you know, I've been in and out the hospital. I need to, you know, get up on my health so that don't happen to me. You get what I'm saying? Like, those are the important things that I want to talk about because that's what's important. You know what I'm saying? Fuck Diddy and, you know, this one, that one. Like, these are entertainers, man. You know what I'm saying? These people got money. Whether they perceive it's a perception of them having money or whatever the case may be, that's their business. You know what I'm saying? Because by me opening up and saying that to y'all, you know, somebody could be going through the same thing with a family member. You know, and I just share that. Now they might feel a little bit better, like, damn, I'm thinking I'm the only one going through this. You know, Maybach Mel, you know, got a brother that just, you know, suffered 2 strokes or whatever. So, you know, and me, I'm a private person in real life anyways. You know, I tend to try to deal with, you know, real life situations on my own before I ask for help. You know, that's just the way I've always been. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that, you know, it's not good to ask for help. You know, that's not what I'm saying. It's always good to ask for help because, you know, it comes in handy. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Especially if you got real people around you. I mean, I definitely got real people around me and real family members that I could ask for help. But, the way, Caribbean folks, man, we're like super prideful people. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll always try to handle a situation on our own. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. To the people, without putting nobody's name, to the people that I talk to off of YouTube that have my phone number, I definitely appreciate y'all. You know what I'm saying? For, just, putting my brother in y'all prayers, saying some good words to me, to lift my spirit up, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. So I definitely appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Again, to the ones that have my personal phone number, my personal contact, you know what I'm saying, that I talk to behind the scenes, I appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. Let me see. Check out Alan Watt, Cutting Through the Matrix. If you haven't. Okay, I definitely will. I will. I'll definitely do that. You know what I'm saying? I'll check it out. I got to remind myself again, bro. I got a lot going on. Salute, Ultra. Tanja, salute to you. JG, salute to you. 007, I appreciate you. DMW, appreciate you. No, I appreciate you. Who else? Who else tapped in? Hurricane, I appreciate you. I said DMW already. I said Tanja. Texas T, appreciate you. Salute. I didn't see y'all. I didn't see your name. I was driving. Appreciate you. Mama Chief, salute and appreciate you. Peace, peace. Big Dog Philly OG, appreciate you. Salute, bro. You already know. Nosy, what up? What up? What up? I'm thankful that you caught alive. You tapped in and you actually wrote in the chat. Appreciate you. Who else? Kyra, appreciate you. I'm just trying to make sure, I salute everyone, man. Oh son, I appreciate you. I didn't see your name earlier. I was talking and driving, so I appreciate every single one of y'all, man, for tapping in. You know what I'm saying? If y'all can share the live, like it, you know what I'm saying? I don't be asking for much, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. Appreciate you. Miss Diligent, appreciate you. Milestone, I saluted you earlier, Milestone, but appreciate you as well. Again, Miss Diligent, salute. Appreciate you. Gem, appreciate you, Gem. Every single one of y'all, you know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. Like I said, man, we all go through these things in life, man. And, I just want to say that if y'all have like a family member or members or friend or friends that, y'all could, express yourselves to, open up to, because getting a lot of things off of your chest helps, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that. And like I said, I tend to hold a lot of things in, when this happened to my brother, to the few people that I talked to behind the scenes that I told, they've been super great. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. Again, y'all was like, hey, I'm gonna pray for your brother, you know what I'm saying, and your family. Um, gave me some words of wisdom, you know what I'm saying? Uplifting words, of course, you know what I'm saying, to bring my spirit up. I appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying? Because again, life be lifing, when we shut these things off or we get off of social media, it's back to the real world, you know what I'm saying? The real world, life, you know what I'm saying? And stuff like that. So I super appreciate y'all, you know what I'm saying? Again, like I said, the ones that I tap in with, that I've been talking to, I super thank y'all, you know what I'm saying, a lot and stuff like that for, again, for your kind words, you know what I'm saying, and inspirational words, and you know what I'm saying, I appreciate that a lot. I don't want to be on here on this live for too long, you know what I'm saying, but yeah, man, if y'all, like I said, when y'all going through something, you know what I'm saying, don't keep that stress, don't keep that anger, don't keep that in. Find an outlet, find someone that you can express, yourself to. You know what I'm saying? And stuff like that, because You don't want to keep things in, you know, and you know what I'm saying? You start stressing, and then you get into a depressed state of mind and stuff like that. You feel me? You wanna put it out there, you know. So that's all I wanted to say, man. You know, I know I kind of got away from the subject that I was talking about, but if I have some time, you know what I'm saying, I'll definitely go live a little later, you know what I'm saying, and really talk about the plane incidents that's going on. But peace and salute to all of y'all. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate y'all. Y'all stay vigilant, move militant. All right, I'm out of here. Peace.